Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode this week, and I should say the final episode of Aliens of July month. Just kidding. Not the final episode. Yeah. Sometimes artists make jokes too. Anyway, so this week, if you guys haven't read the title yet, you're aware that I'm drawing. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm drawing E.T., the Extra-Terrestrial, the movie from by Steven Spielberg. If you guys aren't familiar with this, for all you younger kids who haven't, experienced this, it's actually, one of the greatest movies, of all of like the modern era, whatever you want to call it. Of course, Spielberg never really disappoints. However, I disagree, and I'm getting to that in a minute because most of you guys don't understand why I'm doing this. But let me get into it. If you guys aren't familiar, this movie came out in 1982, directed by Steven Spielberg, and had a couple people in it. I know Drew Barrymore. Actually, guys, I even just found out because I haven't seen this movie in a while, but apparently Harrison Ford had like a scene that was cut in it. So if you can believe it, it makes sense. Spielberg and Indiana Jones and Star Wars and all that. And but anyway, yeah, I mean, this came out. It's Universal. It's one of Universal's proudest movies that they just can't seem to stop talking about. And if you go to Universal, they make it that obvious. And it's just about basically like a friendly alien. He gets stuck on Earth, and then he befriends some kids, and then there's a whole thing going. And I'm not gonna get into it, guys. Go watch the movie for yourself. I'm sorry if I seem a little grumpy, but I'm not particularly happy. This movie, and everybody who knows me knows that I hate ET. I'm sorry, guys. He's just creepy. He creeped me out as a kid, and I'm not gonna get too into it, but it's like a childhood thing that he scared me as a kid. So, and it's just never left me. I can't believe I'm looking at him, but I decided to face my fears and do this for the last Alien video for this month. It is still technically July, so without further ado, let's get into it. I want to get this one over with. So I'm just I'm gonna have a little, it should be an easy character to draw, guys. Really, but I'm gonna get the whole body in. So I can't wait to post this. All you guys are gonna be so shocked. So ET's kind of got like this little, oh god, if I'm doing this. Guys, look at this. So, if I can get this on. How is this cute? Can someone explain that to me? God, that's my reference. But we're basically just gonna do pretty much that. So I'm gonna get the hand in. How is that cute? Creeps me out. And it's a childhood thing, guys. I had like it was like a scary dream or something like that I had. And I know like it was just a dream, but like still, and then never really left me. So, and plus he's still kind of ugly looking. So I mean, how is this guy cute? I don't know. But somehow, and funny thing is, guys, most of you guys know I do work for Universal. My job, my main job. When I'm not doing this. So yeah, you guys know that I still have to deal with this when I go to work. So. Occasionally I see stuff like that, but it's still. Anyway, I mean, it's really just drawing a creature, guys. I will say this from an artist standpoint because he's got a lot. It's funny, guys. Whenever I see creatures drawn in these kinds of things, or I mean, drawn or created, a lot of them do have certain similarities to humans because we never really draw like if you notice that I noticed some anatomically similar things of ET right now. Just he has regular shoulders. This is how I draw a shoulder. You know, he's got like these little rib cage. So, and he's technically he has like a little chest here, but just kind of small. I believe he's like a child. I mean, if I had to kind of read because I honestly, guys, I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid. In years. This has been years. This movie, I was born in 1990, so whenever I saw it then, I mean, the movie was already been out, and with all the special effects or special editions and all that crap. So, anyway, but yeah, he's got like little elbows, and I'm just gonna be drawing. I got a little cool thing I wanted to do with this little finger. I know it's like, I guess finger heals. I remember like there was the whole spiel. He was connected with the kid. I had to look that up, and I remember, oh yeah, he had like some kind of, and then let me tell you, when ET was sick, oh my god, that was even more creepy. Looked like a turd that like was all white and stuff. Oh my god. But guys, thank God I ate a while ago, so. So here I am torturing myself. Put it this way, guys, if this was like a viral video, this would be me doing something like, I don't know, like what weird people do on camera, farting on camera, or I don't know, whatever the hell, or the Haktu girl or whatever the hell. This is my equivalent to that. So this is me torturing myself for you guys, so enjoy it. I'm gonna do the, oh crap, I have a little yeah, just a little reference for the let's see. Oh, is wrong with you? Why don't you? I can't even. Oh, anyway, sorry guys, my little reference of the place. Oh, and Mike loves to tease me about this, guys. So, oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to be putting I realized I had mostly just Jsters um his what do you call it? Because at the time his gamer channel, I also recommend you guys. He's playing he's streaming right now. I recommend if you guys are watching, go check out his videos on his channel. I always put his links because most of the time we're gaming together. The thing is, like, I've been, and I know I mostly visit with Jster on his stream. Me and Mike do Darkin. That's for his channel. Because Mike Darkin still does his thing on Twitch, and Jster's pretty much moved to YouTube, but he started on Twitch. But anyway, what I'm saying is I've had Jsters in my channel, and I've been meaning to put Mike's in there. So just because, like, now it seems to be like, Monday seems to be me and Mike's thing. So check it out. We're playing Once Human. It's fun. It's kind of a fun game, but like I just find it so funny. It's a game where, like, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but it's just funny. It's just a game where there's shooting, obviously, but it's the realistic part that always gets me with these games. You know, I mean, you have to run and build a house and keep your stamina up, and it's just so funny. You know. Don't have to, like, what's next? I have to pay bills and pay child support and whatnot, and I have to keep myself. This is like a game on real life. I have to keep myself hydrated and fed. Can barely do that in real life. Now I gotta do it in the. So anyway, I just thought it was funny, but it's a great game. We've been leveling up and catching up, and Jacer decided to play with this without us because he's always in a hurry. So anyway, but. But Tommy Girl, you had your chance. Well, I'm following Mike's stream. Like, you guys got to remember that I don't do the scheduling for our stream. Mike does that. He pretty much that's his channel. I'm more of a guest, guys, because I'm more focused on this channel. But I like to do it because I like to stream with the guys, and it's more just like fun for me. But the guys are the ones who are always trying to do that stuff, like for entertainment purposes, and I just like because Jacer likes to stream like seriously, but I just like to lay back and. Because that's what I like about streaming, guys. I like to watch people do it. Just like it is like entertainment. You hear guys cracking jokes and whatnot. So that's kind of my spiel about it. But I mean, I still try to take it seriously because I still want to win the games. If we're playing Call of Duty and stuff, it's fun to get serious. But most of the time, like, I don't really care. I'm tired of dealing with these sweaty lobbies, and especially with Call of Duty. So get his hand in. I'm just gonna have it here. I was gonna have it waving, but nah. I'm not gonna bother. I want to make this quick as possible, guys. I'm still gonna do a good job. I mean, you have to remember, guys. This is, to me, is a challenge. As an artist, you guys should always be challenging yourselves. So, either drawing things you're scared of. Well, not literally, but no, seriously. But drawing things that you're not familiar with. And I'm just kind of getting the drawing in. So, okay, I think we're in. Yeah, he's kind of got like the same kind of eyes, and nose is not that, all that different. He's got nostrils. But you have to remember, guys, when this, the reason why I started, and I mentioned this before, that how, because when I was growing up, aliens were like a thing, and they've always been a thing. But when I was growing up, they were really a thing, guys. I mean, they started to come back in a. Maybe it was just me because I know a lot of movies have already been out. So I was born in 1990, and I think Independence Day came out like a year. I think that was 91. Aliens had already been out, and Predator and stuff like that. Obviously, E.T. Yeah, and summer was always like a scary movie time for me, and that's kind of where it brings me back to this. Just to summarize, if you guys aren't familiar, why I'm doing Aliens, I've been doing like Aliens all this month because summer has always been that time for me. I used to sit in the backyard and kind of stare up at the sky and be like, "Is that an alien? Is that an alien? Can we see them?" Or just curious. So get the eyes in. He has normal eyes, looks like. So you just give him a regular eye pupil. I'm just gonna fill in a little. Remember, guys, for eyes, for the pupil, for the circular thingy here, it always touches the eyelids when at a normal pace. So if I were to draw the eyes wider, then that'd be more of a shocked look. But for a normal look, your eye, and just kind of set your eyes a little bit, but your eye would be just touching each lid. You don't want to overdo it, otherwise, because your eye placement does matter, guys, for whenever you're drawing. So just a healthy tip. I gotta do another video on that, on how to do the eyes. But for right now, we're just just doing the base guy. He's just looking right at us, so we don't need to do anything too fancy. So, anywho's, let's get this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in such a big hurry to get this done. So I was hoping this to be like a short video, but we'll see. I really enjoyed my Invader Zim, so guys, go check out that video. So, but we all have to face our fears, guys. I'm facing mine right now. I can't wait to post this, Mike, and I didn't tell him. Yeah, it's funny because Mike he went to the park today and he texted me a picture of ET. Moron. But anywho's, you're gonna be shocked to see this. I didn't tell him because I wanted to be like, because this is more for shock value, guys. Because anybody who knows me is gonna be like, what WTF, But my sister is gonna be like, you hate ET. Yeah, well. Yeah. This one's but the funny thing is, I was actually kind of looking forward to drawing. Well, not forward, but just because the wrinkles and the make for a great. That's what I'm hoping to do right now. I know you guys are wondering like, well, why I didn't draw much of the. Because most of it's going to be in the ink, so. Oh, if you guys, me and Mike did see Deadpool. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say nothing, but all I can say is, go see it. You will not be, if you're a true fan and you've been. I will say this about these movies, guys, because there is a lot of fan, and I really appreciate this kind of thing. But you have to remember, guys, that only gets you so far. Because I rewatch movies. There's some movies I don't like. I actually haven't rewatched Spider-Man No Way Home in the longest time, guys. I mean, I sometimes watch it, but it's not. And I will say this because like that's what I hate about like. Where it's all just about bringing the cast back. Honestly, it's not good anymore, guys. And you saw that they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back for. It's not going to work. I'm telling you, it's not rewatchable. I actually rewatch a lot of movies. I rewatch the old Deadpools because I'm not watching it for the nostalgia part. I watch it for the goofy jokes and the character and to see what new characters they can add. Because that's why Deadpool was such a success because we finally got characters. The ones we never thought would be in there. And it's just such amazing because let me tell you something, guys. Deadpool. This is something you guys should shoot for because Deadpool was never meant to be a family-friendly character, guys. And I'm seeing him at Disneyland. That is so crazy. So you guys just never know. I mean, this is after 3 movies, especially 3 movies of where even the movies were not family-friendly, guys. None of them were. A lot of inappropriate jokes and references and things that I mean, the character itself was never meant to be family friendly. Never. It was always meant to be for young boys like us and at the time who just wanted to goof around and that's what Deadpool was. He's like the Daffy Duck of the all crazy and whatnot. So I say this just because you never know what's gonna happen in life, guys. And the fact that I'm seeing Rob Liefeld, the guy who can draw feet and all that, we all know that. Oh, guys, I don't know if I told you this. I think I mentioned before, but yeah, when I was during COVID, I believe during they still had like Comic-Con online and stuff like that. And Rob Liefeld was doing a live video, and he actually read one of my comments. I said I had a pouch for him to sign, and he like, oh, put it. He's like, put it to the screen. He's a really nice guy, guys. Rob Liefeld. He's like, put it to the screen. He kind of fake signed it, over the thing. I thought that was really cool. So I have some pouch, like airsoft pouches, and stuff like that. Because if you guys aren't familiar, he likes to draw pouches on his characters. That's why like Deadpool has even Captain America has pouches. Like, what do they even use those for? Nothing. So I guess I'm kind of winning the eyeball. If I had time, I would if you use. I do recommend, guys, you do use some kind of ruler or one of the tools to help draw. But the eye doesn't look too bad, so I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah. We can fill in the pupil later. Phone home. Why are you doing? Well, I still have to get in the theme of the video. But yeah, guys. I mean, it's just don't mind me. This is just a childhood thing, Everyone has something they're scared of. My sister actually. I hope she's not watching, but she actually is scared of Mars attacks. Man, I'm not. Oh my god! I should have drawn them, dude. God, I'm so stupid. That's okay. The thing is, guys, I've drawn enough of because I know the theme was supposed to be Martian men. Plus, my sister would never watch this video if I did that. But no, it was supposed to be Martian men, and I've done enough, So, but yeah, would have been a good one. It's okay. I mean, I drew an invader. Zim was a good invader, and Mars Attacks was nothing special. I mean, the aliens are just like, at least Zim is like an interesting character. Mars Attacks would have just been a alien-looking skull-looking thing with the. You see what I'm saying? Even in those movies, the aliens look they're human. They have hands, they have a skull, they have a brain. I don't really believe in aliens, guys, but if people imagine them to be like humanoids, I assume they're all God's creatures. That's my theory about aliens, is that they're just maybe they were created by God, and their civilizations just outweigh, or they not outmatched, but they just became superior. They didn't really need God's guidance or something like that. Their technology, they live in peace or harmony or whatever, or they thrive without having to. And we humans were such a primitive species, something like that. I don't know. That's my theory. Because I do believe that we're all God's creatures in the universe. That's my my belief. If there are aliens there, I do believe they would be God created. Yeah, something like that. Eyebrow. Actually, I'm kind of disappointed, guys. I should have drawn Mars Attacks. That would have been a lot better. But honestly, I was actually, believe it or not, guys, I was actually pushing myself to do this. That's why. I mean, why are you thinking like this? I actually got this idea in my head. I thought it would make a great, video for someone. It makes sense, guys. But. E.T. phone home. Did I do that right? I don't know. Maybe I'll watch this movie. Maybe I'll give it another try. I mean, I am an adult, so. You know what? You never stop being a kid, guys. And I don't recommend, if you want to be an artist, guys, if you want to be like me and be creative. That's why I envy Mike, because Mike always has that kind of child mind. If you ever hang out with Mike, guys, he would be messing with me, and that's kind of where our friendship started. Where we're, if you guys ever, curious that I don't care what kind of bad day I'm having. Mike's always that kind of guy to just like, I'd be having I admit sometimes like, he doesn't know this, but like, I don't know if he's gonna watch this video, but like sometimes I'm in a bad mood or just going through something in my life, and then he's just always smiling. Except because I will admit that he would drive me crazy when I don't care if he sees it. I told him last night that his last we were trying to we didn't stream on Wednesday like we normally did, guys, because we just didn't want to take a chance of something happening like before. We were just playing Once Human, because we weren't sure how it was going to work, because we were having trouble, and then he was loading forever, and then he kept like, blaming the. I'm like, dude, it's just the way it is. We have to like just deal with it. Unfortunately. Oh, he's not gonna like it when Call of Duty comes out, guys. With the what is it, the 1 terabyte? I hope I have enough for that, but yeah. But no, guys. I mean, it's always good to like have that kid spirit if you want to be an artist. Mike has that. That's why he's such a creative kind of guy. I notice my work is a little bit serious, guys. Mine's kind of like I've been trying to loosen things up. Dude. That's one challenge I'm facing as an artist. Is to loosen my work up a little, because that's what comic books is all about, guys. If you want, it's okay to draw some cool poses where like you're brooding, or Batman's just kind of standing on a porch. I mean, not porch. He's kind of perched on the building or whatever. It's because there's some things sometimes to draw that, but then for the most part, you gotta loosen up a little and draw a little bit more, actiony. See, that's why, guys, you gotta study foreshortening, because foreshortening is where you're gonna get. I hate foreshortening because, like, say, you can't see some parts of the character. Like, let's say, guys, I'm drawing Punisher, and I have Punisher in a pose. He's like jumping through a window or something like that. So you may not be able to see him, like the skull, because I was like drawing the skull. So I got a piece of paper right here. Okay. I got a piece of paper right here, and I'm drawing the Punisher, and I feel like I have like one chance. That's just what's going through my head. I got one chance to draw something, and like how am I gonna do? How can I draw something where it's a good pose or a good standing pose? It looks anatomically correct, and you can see all the cool parts of the character. Unfortunately, with foreshortening a character, you miss out on some. And I've shown this lesson before. In fact, go back to my Vader Zim, guys, and you'll see that in Vader Zim, the character have not a big deal, but you'll see that there's some parts of him missing from the side because he's foreshortened. So, yeah. Oh wait, that's long. I hope you guys didn't hear a rumbling sound. I don't know what the hell that is. I think I had some new neighbors moving the other day, so I don't know if that. I can't hear that. That's not my stomach rumbling. Definitely not hungry right now. How many ribs does he have? 4, so 4. I guess these are kind of like ribs. Watch, guys, in the comment section, Mike's gonna he always does this whenever. It makes me laugh because there's some jokes from E.T. like Family Guy did that made me laugh. Even though it was E.T., I still kind of found it funny. When like Chris, it's the Y2K episode, and Chris is like, the government is here. Run, E.T., run. That was an old episode. But Mike loves the one where like I guess they do the movie from Tom Hanks where he has cancer, and then E.T. like comes and films and he's like, I don't know, guys, but it's a funny joke. But trust me, Mike will do something in the comments. I'll bet once he sees this video. But yeah, guys, just gotta have a laugh. Life's always gonna bring you down sometimes, and you gotta keep laughing, get through it until the storm passes, so to speak. I'm not saying it's anything in particular. I'm just saying just in general. That's why we artists draw, because like I said, guys, our job. If you guys ever feel like you're not really making a difference as an artist, trust me, guys. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You see Deadpool at Disneyland. Somewhere along there's some kid who's looking at Peanut. Be quiet. I'm making a speech here. Sorry, guys, my neighbor's dog Peanuts. Either Peanut or Poe. Just they're two huskies that. But anyway, like I said, guys. Yeah, I mean, we are the ones that help the doctor who's had a hard day, who's had to give too many bad news. And he comes home and he or she sees their kid playing with Iron Man, or one of my characters, or watching Captain America for the 20th time, going like, I want to be like Captain America. I want to be like a hero, And I'm sure that the kid looks at his parent who's a doctor or whatever and says, well, I'm proud of you. You're a real hero and all that. And just remember, guys, these are just superhero here. But the thing is, guys, it also reminds us that there are people that, see, the thing people forget about heroes. In fact, that's what I loved about the Wolverine movies. That's why I kept with Hugh Jackman. I loved all the even Origins, guys, because Hugh Jackman was one of those characters that, Wolverine was always one of those characters, and Hugh Jackman did this very well, guys. That he was always he had real courage. It's just something you hardly see in the real world. I mean, unless you're a doctor or you're somewhere like a fireman. I mean, just throwing those kinds of professions out, or a soldier, where you get to see those. I mean, I just don't see it every day, guys. But I do. Obviously, I know they're out there. But it's just these stories are. It's funny because like, and I know I'm kind of going off topic here, guys. But the whole idea with Doctor Doom I was just talking to a coworker. We were talking about, and I said, yes. Is it going to be? Is the next Doctor Doom? We'll see what's going to happen with that. Is it going to be Shakespeare or the Coming of the Great Scene? No, it's just going to be another cash grab. It's going to be, just another thing because Disney's, not doing so well, But what I was getting at is that these films are important because I lost my train of thought. Well, number one, they're important to keep things going. That's more important. But what was it though? I'm having a little bit of a. I was talking about Hugh Jackman character. I had that thought right in my head. This is what I need. This thought wasn't really written down, guys, in my notes here. I wasn't prepared for it. Okay. If I remember, I'll let you guys know. Little tootsies here. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I was saying that these characters are important for the people, who have it tough. Like I said, we don't get to see it every day, but the ones who are saving lives and doing, because it's a hard job, guys. I mean, they have to dish out a lot of bad news to people, You think they don't feel guilty about having to do, make certain hard decisions? So, but I was saying that okay, yes, and I remember I thought, guys. So the important of the like these kinds of things is that the thing is what I was trying to say to you guys is that yes, it's not going to be Shakespeare when they do Robert Downey Jr. with Doctor Doom, because it's a good example of what I was telling my coworker that. But it's still important because it's still important to have a good story. That's what I'm saying. And it's the same thing. I can't. The problem is I'm trying to explain Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't want to explain too much, but I mean I will say this, guys. Spoiler alert. Mute this for a sec. That it wasn't. I'm gonna spoil just not the story, but just to let you guys know. It's more. It's not more of a. It's just a story. It's nothing really. It's just more of a. Let's say, not a cash grab, but just there's no story to it really. It's just a bunch of things happening. It doesn't move the plot forward. Spoiler alert. So mute this for a couple seconds, guys. It doesn't do anything for the MCU. The MCU is still doing the same thing. It doesn't mean Wolverine's part of it. Deadpool is. Well, we'll see what happens. What the future is going to be like. But what I'm saying, guys, is that instead of having good stories to tell. You make money along the way, but it's really about the stories and keeping them alive. And don't get me wrong, guys. I will still watch Deadpool, the third one, a lot. But I look back at the first two, and I think, God, what great stories, and nothing. Even then, they weren't really too much original. But the thing of it is, guys, Marvel, like Spider-Man: No Way Home, relied too heavily on. Once the dust settled from Tobey Maguire. I mean, we all love seeing Tobey Maguire and. All the characters we loved in those, but at the end of the day, guys, that's all you get. I mean, I don't really rewatch a whole lot of them just because that's it, unless I just want to rewatch certain scenes and so that's what I was trying to say, guys. Like, and story is important to kind of remind us of the heroes, yes, like this Captain America represent the firemen, I don't know, maybe. I'm not a fireman. You have to go ask a fireman and see, you know. But I think it just reminds us of heroes, even though, because like at the end of the day, guys, heroes and people in the real world are just people that just do things. They do the right. They don't expect anything in return, other than a paycheck. But no, I think there is some degree, like if you're gonna find something to do, guys, that with your life, there's a certain degree of satisfaction. Don't just do a job. Like I don't do this, guys, just for the money. I mean, I hate to say it, it's not just for the money, guys. Because like I told this before, I can go and be a welder in the North Sea, or I could go be a forklift or do this and really just make this a hobby. I'm trying to make this my career. This is what I love doing, guys. And I could do that, make it easier myself, make it because it's an easier life, guys. I don't have to do anything. I just go to work and do whatever job I'm told to do. And if that's what you guys want to do, that's perfectly okay with you. If that's the best thing in life, great. So all I'm saying is fine. It's important to have something that you're passionate about, not just for the paycheck, because you got to do this thing for the next 40 to 50 years or whatever, probably for the rest of your life if you don't plan on retiring, or I don't plan on. I mean, I hope I'm going to be like Stan Lee one day, doing this literally till I can't sign a compliment. Although, if you guys aren't aware, that was signs of elder abuse, but still, I mean, he got to do what he wanted to do for the rest of his life. Had the little. It's actually kind of cool. I can get rid of this. But that's what I'm saying, guys, is that these movies remind us of those heroes. They remind us, because that's the reason why I, got into this, because I was more of a soldier fan, guys. Like I was, too chicken to be a soldier, but I was always, like if I ever met a soldier in real life, like to me it was like meeting a celebrity. That's just kind of my, that's why a lot of my work is based off like military themes, things like that. That's why I became fascinated with conspiracies and soldiers of fortune types. I love the A-Team. I used to watch the show when I was a kid when it would come on. That's kind of where I gather my inspiration from, soldiers, because I try not to be too nosy, but I always want to ask these guys like why they do it. So things like that. I mean, that's just my whatever you guys want to. See, a little bit more. Let's see. Maybe video may be a little longer than I thought, but let's just ink this thing and get it over with. When I wanted to draw the little healing. But yeah, I mean, does that make sense, guys? That a little bit more. So your jobs are just as important. So if you guys are watching this video, following along with me, remember, you matter. We all have important jobs to do in this world. Some are artists, some are doctors. So. And you truly do matter when it comes to those kinds of things. Because let me tell you, you don't get to see it in everyone else's home, but trust me, everyone gets to see Stan Lee and how he touched our lives with his creations. Todd McFarlane, Mark Silvestri. I was gonna say Stan Winston. Even John Williams, everybody knows John Williams' work. Danny Elfman. I can go on and on about people who, like I said, guys, who bring us closer together for the holidays. We all watch Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street, horror movies, and people entertain. I mean, let me tell you something, guys. This is what life is worth living, is love and things like this, because we all share in our families, love and memories, things like that. If you ask me, this is actually a good conclusion to my alien, because let me tell you, some guys, I feel like if there are aliens and if they are this intelligent, I think that's no way to live. Honestly, guys, I would not want to live a life of intelligence if it meant I can't enjoy things. I do believe there are aliens out there, and I think if they have lived, like, they have so much technology, and if they are as if they are as serious, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. And it's funny because it inadvertently tied everything together, because, like I said, it goes back to Mike. How Mike's all goofy and I'm so serious all the time, and I'm trying not to be, guys. But it's been a tough couple years. But at the end of the day, guys, that's what's worth living for. You know, that's why so many people are miserable, because they're in a job they hate, that no passion, nothing, and they don't go anywhere. They're just doing it to the day they pass away. And not everyone gets to live a happy life, but I think everybody can live a happy life, guys. So whether if you choose to just, accept your job as it is, or, you know, you got to make a choice. And this is my happiness right here. Happiness is a choice, guys. Even if you're not doing, I'm not perfect right now. You think my channel isn't anywhere near where I wish it would be, but I'm still happy. I'm just glad if I get a few hundred views, or few views at all. But we'll just see where this journey takes us. That's why I'm trying to do these kinds of things and grow as an artist and do different things. And I might even watch ET, guys. Who knows? I wouldn't go that far. But never know. But yeah, guys, it's just as important to have something that matters. Not matters to everyone else. What matters to you? What matters to you, guys? Because this is what matters to me. What matters to you is what you have to figure out. So that's why, guys, I always emphasize, because it's funny, because my dad beats this into my head all the time. It's just as important to have something you love doing. My dad lived his whole life doing things. He made money, but he never got to make money doing what he liked doing. Now at 70, he's trying to do that just now. So listen to my pops, guys. I always tell him he needs to write a book or do his own YouTube channel and be like a father to a bunch of you guys. And because he really has, because let me tell you some guys, my dad has a lot of wisdom in himself. He's very how should I say this? Because everything for him is slow success, and all you younger kids, you all want the instant success right now. And first of all, that would make life boring. I'll tell you that much. Because what would life be good if it'd be, nothing if you guys had success already? And a lot of people I know, they make big money, but they ain't successful, guys. They're doing stuff that you can do if you just won the lottery, really. And I know it's not easy to win the lottery or go gamble, and win a fortune, but the thing is, guys, without meaning and hard work and something to do it that matters in your life, without uh, something that pushed you to gain it, you don't appreciate it as much. So, anywho, sir, hope you guys been following me along. I know I've been kind of, but yeah. Like ET here, ET is one of those films that just truly inspires people. It's been a while since I have to actually watch it why, but I remember the scene. Some scenes where he's tearing up a little. I admit it's not. I'm not. I will say this. It's not like I'm afraid of this. This movie does have some horror elements to it. I will admit that most of Steven Spielberg's movies does have that. Even when you watch Indiana Jones, it's even Star Wars has some kind of horror aspect to it. So. Actually, guys, a good tip for you guys right here. See if you, because right now I'm kind of drawing here, I'm doing the little light, his fingers lighten up. A good tip is to add as few lines as possible. So you can add thick lines like this, guys, which I was going to do. And then as soon as you enter the pathway here, because the light is kind of beaming down on this part of the finger. So just keep the lines thin and not a lot of shading. That's why I kind of want to add to it. So in this area. So a good tip there. Well, I think that about wraps it up, guys. What do you think? I gotta watch him. I might have to watch it again. I hope not. But like, what if? How tall is he? Is he like? I know he's like the size of a kid. I know he can extend his neck and all that. But well, looks, guys. I'm gonna call this one. But we did it, guys. It's now July. July's over, just about. I gotta pay the rent. So, and there we go. There's ET. I did this for you guys, all right? So, and that concludes our Alien month, guys. So, next week it'll just be back to normal. Actually, next week, guys, I'm going to be drawing Wolverine. I believe I've drawn Deadpool already. I was going to draw Deadpool, but I believe I've drawn him before. Anyway, if not, it'll just expect one of those because I got to do something for that. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me for this month. It was a good month. July is always my favorite. You know, I love 4th of July and the fireworks and all that. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening to my little spiel here and following me along with my video. I'll be posting this, and I hope you guys subscribe, share the video, tell your friends, tell your aunts, uncles, aliens you may know, and remember, guys, they're out there. So I think, I mean, I don't know, what depending on where you live in. So anyway, guys, have a good night, have a good morning, wherever you're at, and I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you see you there. So later, Gators.